All right. Good morning, everybody. It's Ruth Backlund from Energy Works Myofascial Release this morning. I'm going to talk a little bit about practicing what you preach and keeping your skills fresh. So one of the big things that I think is important, and one of the things that I recognized when I was a student in nursing school and also as a fresh practicing RN, is that oftentimes as healthcare workers, we don't practice what we preach. And that's not the case with my myofascial release business, by the way. I do practice what I preach. But I did find oftentimes, you would hear, physicians tell their patients to stop smoking and they need to lose weight. And then you see them out in the courtyard smoking their cigarette and they're, 30, 40, 50 pounds overweight. So, it's hard to tell people what to do when you aren't actually doing it yourself. Or if those are the things that you have to tell people, you should be at least leading by example. You may not be there all the way, but you're at least leading by example. So, but for myofascial release, I absolutely teach people how to take care of themselves. It's self-treatment at home. And I do that myself. I do that in a number of different ways, actually. I have a monthly appointment that I schedule with a therapist for myself. I do a study group, if not every month, every couple of months, so that we have a group of people coming together and we work on each other. So again, treatment there. Like I said, I treat myself at home. I go to seminars on a continual basis, at least one a year, sometimes 2 or 3. And you get a lot of treatment there. Think about being in a room for 6, 7, 8 hours, and how much treatment happens in that time frame for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, sometimes up to 11 days. It just depends on the series that I'm in. And then I go to retreat weekends as well. So there's a lot that I do to treat myself ongoing, to keep myself fresh, to keep those restrictions from returning and causing me issues, things of that nature. Sometimes I slack off when I'm feeling great. I might not do some stretches for a couple days, but then I will notice that. So it's just become a life habit for me to self-treat. So practicing what you preach. The other is making sure that your skills are fresh. And like I said, I go to conferences at least once a year, sometimes 2 or 3. And this morning I actually head out for a trip where I'm going to go to a John Barnes Women's Health Seminar and a rebounding seminar. And I've taken both of these before. Actually, I've taken them both. Women's Health, I think this might be my 5th or 6th time. It's probably my absolute favorite course of all of the John Barnes courses, probably because it is so intimate. It's around treating the pelvic floor, treating the breasts. It's women's health issues. But there are also similar issues for men. So it's not that it's just for women, it's actually for men as well. And I do this specialized care in my office too. So it is something that is important to me to keep fresh on those skills when I actually do that type of work in my office for my patients. So the other is rebounding, and that's something that most people experience in my office during a session. It may not be everyone, but they will experience it, and that's that rocking thing that I do back and forth on your bodies to kind of get things moving and give me an idea what might be stuck. It's a treatment tool and an assessment tool at the same time. So, but I love those 2 courses, and I have an opportunity to go and take them again. They're relatively close. And I say relatively because I have about a 7.5, 8 hour drive ahead of me today. But so you'll probably see me hop online during my drive. I have a thing on my dashboard, so I will be hands-free. I won't be, it'll be like talking to you on my, as if you're sitting in my front seat. So, it's not like my hands will be distracted while trying to hold on to a phone. So, but anyway, so if something, catches my attention, I decide I want to share something, I'll pop online as I'm driving down today as well. But I just wanted to share that with you that, those are some things that I think are really important. Practicing what you preach, which I do. So I encourage all of you to make sure you're being honest with yourself. Are you treating yourself as you should be? And then keeping skills fresh. So if there's something that's really important to you, make sure that you continue to work on those every day, or at least on a regular basis, so that you do keep those skills fresh. You do keep your passion and your energy where it needs to be. So anyway, that's my message this morning, and I wish you all a good day, and hopefully the weather will hold out here and all that lovely snow and ice is past where it doesn't impede my travel. But I've got a day to make it down there, and things kick off tomorrow. So have a good one.